Elon Musk has literally just said Tesla stock, it's a buying opportunity, people. This was in response to this tweet from Earl. What's comforting is that Elon won't ever entertain the idea that his behavior impacts the stock price. This is Early speaking here about Elon blaming the Fed and the interest rates and Twitter. Yeah, that's definitely not it. However, Elon is now saying maybe so, in which case, buying opportunity. These words I love hearing. However, as I said before, if Elon sells one more time, remember just a few days ago, basically, not a long time ago, Elon was saying that Tesla is looking good long term, that Tesla shareholders will benefit from Twitter, and then boom! Elon sells more Tesla stock. So my first reaction to this is, Elon, are you selling more Tesla stock? However, this time is a little bit different because Gary Black says that the trading window for Elon to sell Tesla stock has closed until the next earnings report. So Elon shouldn't be able to sell any more Tesla stock. We did have a lot of volume trading Tesla stock, last few days, since Friday, basically. And this is largely possibly because people are just getting margin called. I never go into margin for any kind of a stock, so be careful. I respect if you do have some margin, but I don't use it myself. And another reason is tax harvesting. So, for example, if you have a stock that has a loss, and then you have and you sold something else at a profit, you want to sell the stock at a loss, which Tesla. What losses are you talking about? We haven't sold any, right? So there's no losses. So of course you can sell to offset your profits so that you don't pay taxes. But then you have to buy something else, basically. So that's another reason a lot of people are doing that. And also index funds are rebalancing. So that's another reason. Elon is saying, I keep saying that Fed rate is insane because data I'm seeing says we are already in deflation. That's a big statement. That is huge. If true, then real rate of return of T-bills, which is basically you're just giving money to the government and the government is paying you an interest rate, is roughly that of S&P 500, which is my favorite index fund of all time. Very smart investor I spoke to today said he is shorting S&P. Wow. Although you could have almost shorted anything this year and made money. Now, Elon can see a lot of data ahead of us, a little bit ahead. So if he is saying he is already seeing deflation, this, I guess, in general is good because that means interest rates should not be increasing any further, which would be good for stocks. Here's a chart that I like to see. And no, it does not have a woman. But I like seeing this. 2 years ago, Tesla was included in the S&P 500 at $231.67 per share. Gives you a perspective of how cheap, not financial advice, Tesla stock is right now. And here's how Tesla has performed. Literally everything that actually matters is up a preposterous amount. Delivery is up 185%. Revenue is up 175%. Net income, which is the most important part in this chart, is up 1,876%. In the meantime, share price is down 40%. Makes sense. Somehow. I don't know how, but it makes sense. Those of you who are worried about Tesla's brand damage, I'm not worried. I mean, why else would people in Turkey offer Elon free Turkish kebabs? They're saying it's the kebabs are waiting for Elon. This you will definitely want to see. Remember Ross and Elon fighting? Ross is a billion-dollar fund manager. Pause if you haven't read this before. Elon said, go back and read your old securities analysis 101 textbook. Well, now we have the results of what actually happening. Did Ross actually do it? Just look at this smile. I can't be mad at Ross when he's smiling at us like this, saying that he was up all night taking Elon's advice, reading securities one-on-one. I mean, you take Elon's advice, I have respect for you. And Ross is saying that the price target for Tesla is $300. More than double from where we are right now. And we have more good news. Tesla dethrones Apple as most purchased stock by retail investors in 2022, largely thanks to Elon giving us buying opportunities. Retail bought a net of $15.2 billion of Tesla stock. I think that's smart, not financial advice. In 2022, through December 16th, according to Vanda Research. That's a record for Tesla, ahead of the $5.6 billion of net buying over 2020 and 2021 combined. Did someone say buying opportunity has presented to us? It makes sense to me. Although, to also put it in context, Elon has sold, something like $40 billion of Tesla stock in the last 13 or so months now. At some point, he will stop selling, right? Right? I believe he definitely will once Twitter situation settles down and Twitter is profitable. So, Twitter's profitability for now is actually more important than Tesla's profitability for Tesla stock. Sounds ridiculous, but I believe that to be a true statement. And this you will definitely also want to see. This is from Morgan Stanley. Someone called it Moron Stanley. Stephen Mark Ryan did. Not me. Definitely not me. Tesla's decline. Will Big Auto blink on electric vehicles? Tesla has shed $600 billion of value in just 3 months. As the ambassador of EVs, Tesla's valuation raises questions for investment returns and capital formation across the sector. Is it time to consider alternative technological paths in addition to EVs? We view this as a buying opportunity. Yeah. After this, I think Stephen Mark Ryan may look at this and say, oh, maybe no longer Moron Stanley. Let's give them a new nickname. Let's call them Marvelous Stanley for now. Oh, and then watch this right here. Deflation. Look for Tesla to use its cost and scale advantage as a competitive force. Tesla's price cuts started in China, and we expect them to quickly spread to Europe and the US. Interesting that they believe that Tesla will cut prices in the US, even though we will have a $7,500 EV credit. Interesting. While circular in nature, lower EV prices are important for the next leg of mass adoption, but depress, and this is the important part, the returns of many of the companies expected to compete against Tesla. In other words, bankruptcies, failed companies, never going to catch up with Tesla, unassailable leads, something like that. Ooh, and it still gets worse. Transparency. We anticipate Ford's Model E unit, which will be disclosed, assumingly, next quarter, will clearly display that legacy EVs are not profitable today. Now let that sink in. Now this is a little bit confusing, although you see for yourself. Respect its time to recognize the wisdom of Toyota. Can you believe that? Wisdom of Toyota? Toyota, leader of the world's largest and highest valued legacy auto company, Toyota covered by Shinji, hopefully I pronounced that right, refers to the silent majority of auto executives who question overcommitting to EV strategies at the sacrifice of other decarbonizing technologies. The vocal majority of auto industry followers, this author included, had criticized Toyota's resistance to keep up with EV launches from competitors, while wheels falling off from Toyota's first electric vehicle. Yeah, not a good look. While Toyota will eventually achieve scale in EVs, the later follower approach may prove optimal over time. I think I might have hurried up there a little bit with, calling Morgan Stanley Marvelous Stanley. Stephen Mark Ryan may have a point with his nickname for Morgan Stanley after all. I mean, basically, what Morgan Stanley is telling Toyota is that just give up. Don't even try. Why waste money on EVs if you're not going to succeed anyway? Don't waste our money. Just focus on making internal combustion vehicle cars and just make some money while you're doing it for now, and then just go bankrupt. Let Tesla take over. You're just wasting money trying to compete with Tesla. This is what I'm reading between the lines. Oh, and look at the zero emissions. That's just pretty. Shout out to Neil deGrasse Tyson for giving a shout out to Elon Musk and acknowledging that Elon indeed has made tremendous changes in our society, which will benefit us all long term. And can you believe this, that people that shorted Tesla are now saying, we are thinking here is a time to initiate small longs, meaning they are bullish on Tesla stock. In my opinion, long term, the future for Tesla stock looks very bright, especially once Elon finds the CEO to take over Twitter. And these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.